Give your users PCs with business class performance so they can do it all with Intel vPro.
This is Intel vPro presents Heroes of the Week. And for the Delhi Capitals in match 58, we've picked David Warner and Mitch Marsh as our heroes for this edition. Dan Vettori with me, who as a New Zealander would have seen enough of what Warner and Marsh could do in a crunch T20 chase. And they've done it this time against an informed Rajasthan Royals bowling attack. They seem to be pretty good together, Dan, Marsh and Warner.
Incredibly important partnership as well in terms of the course of the season for Delhi, and Marsh picked the exact right time to have his best performance. We've seen Warner continue this on, and it's probably a partnership that is pretty comfortable with the two of them as they sort of open bat 3 or 4 for Australia. So I think they just continued on that understanding of how each other plays. You see Warner just feed the strike while Marsh just went harder and harder. So it was a brilliant partnership.
Yeah, I'd like to talk about each of them. Let's start with Mitch Marsh, because this perhaps you could say is a defining innings in his career. Player who we still say hasn't been proven in the IPL. Was that World Cup final just one of those days where he had a bit of a fluke and managed it? But this tells us there's pedigree to Mitch Marsh, the T20 batter?
Absolutely. I think everyone knows that his ability around his ball striking is exceptional. But I think the thing that people probably give him a disservice around is that he's given that role to be aggressive, to take on bowlers, to take them down, and the understanding that it's not always going to work, but you see it at its best when it does work. And so Delhi, Australia, any team he plays for, want him to take on that aggressive role, and he was at his best the other night.
And Warner, just the proper T20 goat who can go hard but also change gears, play anchor or play second fiddle or supporting act when needed, as he did that day.
I think people understood Warner as coming into the game as being aggressive, a striker, take the game on, take on bowlers. And now he's evolved into this batsman who can read every single situation in a T20 game. Doesn't matter if he's batting first or he's batting second, spin, pace, off spin, left arm, anything. He can just control an innings, control a tempo and see a team through. And that's why he's been so successful in IPL for so long.
All right, Dan, thank you very much for your time and your thoughts. That wonderful partnership of 144, 144 chasing 160 tells you the impact that Mitch Marsh and David Warner had against the Rajasthan Royals, and therefore they are our Intel vPro Heroes of the Week.
Give your users PCs with business class performance so they can do it all with Intel vPro.